So once it has been downloaded, we will double click this and we will once again click Run. Now, as I can see, I already have one installed on here. So what I'm going to do so that we can run through this all together is I'm going to actually uninstall this, and then I'll go through all the steps in order to install this file. So once again, we have one more menu popped up that we will click Next to continue on. There are two options. There's a simple install and advanced install. For this, I do recommend that we do the advanced install. While it has more features, we are not going to be unincluding many things or including many things. We're just going to use this so we can stop some different prompts from appearing. So we will click Next to continue from here. Once again, it will be locating you to a various place where it wants it to install. Again, for best performance, leave it where it wants to install. Please do not try to move it, as it might interfere with proper performance. So you will click Next to continue. All of this information that's on this screen right here, I would like you to keep the same. There is not anything that you do need to change right here. Once you get here, you will click Next to continue. Once again, it will let you know program shortcuts that you can install. Please leave this the same. There is no necessity to change anything on this. Now here is where you're going to be changing something. This page is called Additional Tasks and Options. And all we want to do is simply prevent K-Lite Codec Pack to launch their website, because we do not need to go to their website. And you're going to find that all the way at the end of this list under a topic called Miscellaneous. There's a checkbox called Visit a Website with Codec News. We want to uncheck that, and then once we have unchecked that, we are going to click our Next to continue. As far as DXVA decoders, we do not need any of these installed right now. So for this screen, we will click Next to continue. This is an important screen right here. This is where we are going to choose where we are installing the codecs and for what player. For proper performance of BMR DVD, the codecs need to be installed for Windows Media Player. You can install them for Media Player Classic if Media Player Classic is a file or a DVD playing program that you like to use outside of the BrainMaster program. But if you do not use that, I recommend to uncheck Media Player Classic and check Windows Media Player. Once again, if you do not check Windows Media Player, the Media Player BMR DVD will not properly function. So after we have checked Windows Media Player, we are going to click Next to continue. Here we are going to choose the file association. What files we want associated with our Windows Media Player as far as the codecs. What you want to do is select all video as well as select all audio. This will allow proper performance of the BMR DVD as well as BMR MMP. Once you have done that, you will click Next to continue. Here is where the speaker configuration is. If you are using a basic laptop, all of them are usually 2.0 style speakers. If you are using external speakers, make sure you just know what your speaker setup is. Once again, if you do not choose the proper configuration, the sound will not properly function. So you need to make sure you choose the proper setting for your type of speakers. As this is a laptop that we're installing this on right now, we are going to stick with the 2.0 stereo, and we are going to click Next to continue. Here is where we are now finally ready to install. It's going to lay out all the different options that we've chosen. And when we have realized we have everything that we want installed properly, we are going to click Install to continue. As the K-Lite Codec Pack goes through the installation process, there may be points in time where it says that you have incorrect or corrupted codecs. You will need to confirm that yes, you want those removed out of the registry to continue going through. This is an absolute necessary, because if the registry is not proper with it, once again, it will not properly function. This is the reason that we like K-Lite Codec Pack, because it helps to prompt you on these different files. So looking at it, it looks like we are now officially completed with the K-Lite Codec Pack. So I'm going to click Finish to continue. And we have now installed all the proper software that we need for our BrainMaster Brain Avatar software. This is going to allow all external files to operate in their optimal fashion. At this point in time, we are now going to install the hardware. As I said, the Brain Avatar software is interesting because it does work for both the Atlantis and Discovery. Today we are just going to install for the Discovery though. So I am going to now plug in my Discovery hardware. And when you install the Discovery software, you might notice on the actual Windows side that it says it's trying to install. And it might take a little bit of time and then say it has not successfully installed. That's fine. That's okay, because our hardware drivers do not install right off the bat. We need to direct the Discovery on where those drivers are, and I'm going to walk you through that process right now. To start, I'm going to show you the easiest way to get to where you need to. So we're going to take our mouse, and we are going to go to the Windows little start flag that's right here in the bottom left-hand corner. This Windows start flag that's located right in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And you are going to click that normally. And when I say click normally, left click on it. This is going to bring you up this menu right here. The option that we want to find is the computer option. It should be located right here on the right of this menu. Now, as opposed to normally clicking it through a left click, we are actually going to right click this. This is going to bring you up this little menu right here. From this menu, we're going to look for the option Properties. Now you will normally click this, which will bring you up the System Information menu for your Windows system. The option that we want to look for right here is called Device Manager. And this is where you're going to find information on all the devices that are installed on your Windows system or that might not be installed on your Windows system. For example, we will see under Other Devices right here that we have a 24E Discovery module, which that is our device that we are looking to install today. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight that option, and then once again we are going to right click on it, and we are going to choose the option Update Driver Software. So I will click on that. You have two options that you have. Search automatically up for updated driver software, or browse my computer for driver software. The option that you will need to choose is the one that I already have highlighted, which is Browse my computer for driver software. We install the driver software in all of our different forms of the software. Usually, it is in Brain M20 USB files. But as we are installing for the Brain Avatar software, I'm going to show you where that is located. When we click the Browse button, it's going to bring up Browse for Folders. What we are going to do is we are going to scroll down our list in the C drive. And we are going to look for a directory that is called Program Files or Program Files x86. Now there's a reason that I say that you're going to look for either of those. If you have a 32-bit system, you will not have this directory here called Program Files x86. You will only have Program Files. And so if you're on that 32-bit system, you will be installing from Program Files. This is a 64-bit version on the other hand. With 64-bit versions, it's installed in the Program Files x86. So it's important to know what what version of your operating system is, and know that if you have Program Files x86, that's where the drivers are going to be, and if you don't have Program Files x86, that they're in Program Files. So we're going to click this little arrow right here so that we can expand this list and continue to look for the folder that we're looking for. The next list that we're looking to expand from is Brain Master. So we will click that to expand that. After that, you will have to expand the Avatar folder. Now we are going to scroll down this list and look for a directory called USB files. When we click this, it's going to expand, but we don't need to go any further. Windows has gotten to a point where it does know the difference between the different types of drivers that are in here, so we don't need to direct to the exact type of driver that we need. We just need to direct to this exact directory. So after I hit OK, you're going to see in the search for driver box in this location that it says C, Program Files x86, Brain Master, Avatar, USB files. This is absolutely necessary, and it is needed to be pointing to this directory. Now, in order for Windows to be as smart as it needs to be for what proper drivers we're going to do, we're going to make sure that there's a check mark and include subfolders.